Badass. And now we have a match on his station.
A badass map as well.
Yes. In the bottom right, in the red, not King Sejong, but
MVP MarineKing.
a
Also,
different dynasty.
When pockets of noobs are found around the world, we give them King Sejong Station to show them not all games are just death balls and turtling.
Over here, definitely a lot of sponsors.
TCM Soulkey.
But, yeah, it's, if you go down to, like, the capital area of Seoul, there's a big statue of him. I believe he's called King Sejong the Great. Daewang Sejong.
We're still waiting for that statue of MarineKing.
Yeah, we might be waiting a while.
We might be a little while.
MarineKing has had actually a very
where's that
good
statue?
career.
Is that actually at
like City Hall?
City Hall? No. I think it's north of that.
It's right. It's near like Gyeongbuk Palace.
Yeah,
it's like right in front.
I think it's right where the U.S. Embassy is. Actually?
Yeah, it is. It's like
okay.
right near there.
That's where I've seen it then.
Yeah.
Let's see what MarineKing has in store for us here. Soulkey is going to go get his hatchery first. He did scout with a drone. He wants to check and see if there's anything suspicious going on over here in MarineKing's base.
Yeah, he didn't like that double racks before.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, you know, I feel like this is suddenly like a Pro League match, right? Because game one was like, what the hell is wrong with MarineKing? Just a total, like, terrible game. Doesn't really count in my eyes as
count.
Like, when I look at a game like that, I
love when you say stuff like this, like, that doesn't count. I'm like, well,
I do that all the time.
Artosis, it very much so counts because he might be eliminated based off that game.
You're right.
If that's how things counting matter.
But what I'm trying to say is, it's true, too, and it's actually really funny. I love it when people get angry when I say things don't count. Oh, this is great, actually. He's going double hatch before pool.
I like this. Super greedy.
But, okay, so back to what I was saying. It doesn't really count because, and just like the Senki game doesn't really count. It's like, oh, okay, you got him with a 2 barracks Marine Rush. Games like this, when I look at them, like, because I like try to keep like a running tally in my head of how someone's playing and stuff, and I look at that, I'm like, that. I mean, that in my brain, that doesn't count towards how good MarineKing is that first game. Like, I don't look at that and be like, well, look how bad he played here. He's a bad player. No, I mean, if I'm going to call him a bad player, it's not going to be because of that game, that's for sure. Because that's like, what? That's like a brain fart game, you know? That's like you get supply block and just get bopped.
Based off that game.
I knew you'd think that. That's why I'm saying it doesn't count. And the other game doesn't count, so now we're at a best of 1, and this is a Pro League game.
So this is the official match now.
This is the official match, this game. Double racks and that first game don't count.
It's good to be back casting.
It
after
is.
a little break. We have another command center on the way. And, yeah, let's see. It's going to be a pretty long macro game here. There's no way that either of these players can really attack into each other.
No, certainly not. They both got really greedy openings, like Barracks CCCC versus double hatch before pool. So, like, both of them have pretty much as greedy as you can get on the builds going. So, it should just turn into a nice macro game, and we'll actually, and that's the way it's got to be if it's going to count.
If it's going to count, if it's going to go on your
if we're
going to
count this as like something that counts, you know. But you don't actually think that those games counted, did you?
I just don't think like
when I played the ladder in the morning, my first game, it doesn't count.
I don't think like this.
I always say my first game of the day doesn't count because you're still warming up and stuff. It's like I just lose to anything first game of the day. Sometimes I win the first game of the day. It's pretty rare, though.
And then do you say that counts? You're like, okay,
we'll count this one.
Yeah.
But if I lose a Senki game, I'm like, wow, it doesn't really count, right? Yeah. Because I'm still warming up.
Somebody like comes to the door, like rings the bell, it distracts you.
Yeah.
It doesn't count.
Totally.
Yeah.
Dog jumps up in my lap or something. No, it doesn't count.
Yeah, it doesn't count. I'm trying to micro the
counts?
medevacs.
What? Email Blizzard, get my ladder points back.
Yeah. Well, we have attack and armor being upgraded right now for MarineKing.
Look at how greedy this build is.
Yeah,
holy
this
crap.
Is serious late game powering. So
yeah, like
this is going to be pretty epic.
He went 1-1 before a factory after 2 command centers being built. Like, you can't really get greedier than what MarineKing has done here, and that is fantastic for him because he's out-greeding Soulkey, which is how you win at StarCraft, is You do what they're doing a little bit more.
It's funny because occasionally when you're both doing macro greedy builds, the only way to stop that, since you can't really attack into each other, all you're doing is mining a bunch of resources and upgrading stuff, is you do something that's so ridiculously greedy.
Yeah.
You know?
You want to be one step of greed above your opponent, not like 2. Like if you try to 2, then he might just kill you, right?
Yeah.
But if you do like one step of greed above, that's like what you want. That's what you're looking for in StarCraft. And that can be applied to any style of strategy and stuff.
Yeah.
Like if your opponent goes for an expand, go for 2 expands. You know, if your opponent goes for 1 upgrade, go for 2 upgrades. That type of thing. It's like just a little bit more and you get an edge. And that's what we're seeing from MarineKing. So I am really liking his position here. I think it's fantastic. Look at this. His 1-1 is going to be finished right around the time 1-1 starts for Soulkey. Awesome. And he even has his armory already on the way. Just a fantastic build from him here.
Well, MarineKing, you know, somebody who's known for his control. We'll see how he's doing it right now today here in late game. But I think this is super cool, especially because it's Soulkey he's against.
Yeah.
Soulkey's got great, perfect end game.
Yeah,
you still think Soulkey's going to take this? I'm still thinking he should take this, but MarineKing's set up pretty pretty well here.
I mean, I thought Soulkey would beat him coming in. I guess it's going to come down to, you know, the first couple battles and stuff, but I really, really like the position of MarineKing and how quickly he got those upgrades. I think he's so far done this just right. But I guess, you know, just based on the way the game looks right at this second, I'm leaning just slightly towards MarineKing, although I went in saying Soulkey, so I'll just stay with that.
Yeah, we'll have to see. It is interesting how much MarineKing has developed since we were casting him, what, like 4 years ago?
Yeah.
He's really able to play all different styles.
It's nice.
And that was the era when Terrans always pulled their SCVs. Always pulling SCVs. Whenever you think you have a lead, you just try to end it.
Well, it's nice to see that he can actually come back and actually compete at such a ridiculously high level. Because he definitely was one of the best before he left. And right now, based on his results, you have to put him up there as extremely highly ranked in terms of Korean players. So I don't want to like put a top X on him right this second, but you know, he is definitely one of the highest end players here. So it's kind of neat. You don't see that very often. People retire from StarCraft, come back, and be able to do that.
Yeah, when I heard he was coming back, I mean, I thought, okay, cool, that's great news. I hope I get to cast him in his games, but I didn't think he was going to have as much success as he did have.
I didn't think we'd ever see him in Code S again.
Yeah.
But
yeah, he came back. Again, guys, that's very rare to do. He actually quit StarCraft and went into League for a little bit, right?
Yeah, he was playing League of Legends.
That's right.
But I guess he just didn't quite do it. It's, you know, the mentality between a 1-versus-1 game and a team game, definitely very different.
Very, very different. I mean, I think you see a lot of people that play individual competitive games. They come into this and they're completely caught off guard by how much communication is just so important.
Yeah.
You know, how you talk to each other, how do you pass information, how do you coordinate stuff. Because you and I actually grew up primarily playing
1-versus-1
games.
Absolutely.
I didn't have as much.
I mean, I played some Counter-Strike and stuff, but it was,
I played a little bit
StarCraft.
of Counter-Strike, actually. All my friends played more than me. But whenever we have LAN parties, I was always playing Brood War while everybody else was playing Counter-Strike. I play more team games now, though. But yeah, back then I was just for my age, I was like, I don't want to work with other people. I guess. Okay, he's actually driving this out very nicely.
Yeah, that was.
I'm surprised he even got as many Zerg units as he did there. His entire trail of blood on
it's
the
like
map.
a little bit risky from Soulkey. I feel like he was looking for a depot to be down. Like,
Wait,
for rallies?
13-minute marker, MarineKing nearly maxed out here.
Whoa.
And he's going to continue to push forward here. With all those Marauders in the front, it's going to be pretty hard for the Banelings in the back to get through that.
Look at this. Already going to be taking a 4th as well.
Basically a 13-minute max out. Had he not been hit there, he would have been maxed out. That's very quick macro in there. Because he was so greedy, guys. His army's so big because he was so greedy early on.
Oh, well, here we go. Oh, my God. It hits the Marauders with those Banelings. I don't even...
Is that actually going to be it?
Yeah, I probably.
Think that like if there was any way to confirm the loss, I think that was seeing that Marauders.
And he's got 2 too also, so it's just like, this is a, I don't even understand what just happened there when those Banelings hit the Marauders.
Well, we just saw it again there.
Yeah, he's just like on attack move or something.
He's hitting the wrong units there. Meanwhile,
oh, okay, he was off doing something else, but
okay, well this
still,
is not as consequential.
Like, I don't think he even stops this.
I think he sends his flying army back here, and then that dies. Oh, no, you know what? Some really good bailing connections there.
Yeah, the mutas will clean it, but he lost his base. He lost his fourth, so it's 3 bases versus 3 bases now. And that is never good. And in fact, more
upgrades are really apparent here.
Yeah. 2 upgrade advantage is the difference between life and death in this matchup.
So he's boosted the medevacs. They're coming back out. He's going to regroup over here where his 4th base is going to be. That's a good place to take a 4th base, too, because it's sort of in the middle of the map. So when you do push out, it's a shorter travel distance.
Yeah, you're kind of rallying through, too, to attack, which is always something you want to look
that
for.
base pretty much can't be counterattacked.
Yeah. Well, Soulkey, he's gonna keep trying here. He doesn't want to throw in the towel, nor should he either. Yeah, he lost a base. Obviously, you got to give MarineKing a pretty strong lead here. But you know what? He's got a pretty good creep spread. He's taking the base behind the good creep spread right now, which is very important because he's going to need that creep to be able to actually, you know, have the favorable engagements he needs to win this game. Because I feel like at this point he has to have 2 very favorable engagements against MarineKing's army. And here we go. Let's see if he can do that.
All right, he's coming up now. Looks like the SCV that was killed that was... Or no, excuse me, the SCV is still alive, and he actually is going to hold this off. He may try to take the mutas around and hit into the main or somewhere else, but MarineKing's pretty well defended right now. And in fact, MarineKing may be pushing out right now. Oh, nice.
Ooh, that was a pretty smooth
The little
move.
things that count there, taking out that SCV, making the command center.
Yeah, just slowing anything down as much as he can, making as many Lings and Banes as possible.
Is it possible that he's actually going to try to hit this 4th base? He's got a bunch of Banelings up here.
I think those are for killing the army. Like, he has to kill the army, because the army will just kill him.
The medevacs are actually not over the army here.
Yeah, a little bit of a mistake there. He's got to back
some
up.
of them are back there. He's going to keep moving forward now. It's 189 supply to 148.
Trying to bring these mutas back to harass that 4th. Not quite able to do so. Ooh, the Marauders the Banelings keep on connecting with Marauders. I think he thinks Marauders are light units.
He's repairing the command center here. Now the problem is that every time that the mutas are down there attacking, it's actually a waste of time because he's losing bases up here. He's going to be back onto 3 bases. Oh, ouch. And
hit that muta right in the knee.
Yeah, oh no, don't say that. I'm actually on crutches, guys. I dislocated my knee 6-7 weeks ago. Still not moving around.
Okay, let's see if he can clean this up.
Yeah.
Soulkey knows his life is ending very soon here. This is all MarineKing has to do is continue to split well.
Yeah, I mean this army is now maxed out. MarineKing cannot make any more units here. Terran is going to be pushing into the left side of the map and taking out another expansion over here. And even though Soulkey's pretty much keeping MarineKing even as far as mining bases, Zerg is the one that has to be an expansion ahead.
Yeah.
Ideally 2 expansions ahead. So, and this is pretty...
He's even going to be more cost efficient too. The amount of Banelings that have hit Marauders this game is actually mind-boggling to me.
Oh,
see this? It happens every time.
Well, even with that many Banelings, it's just not enough. Also connecting with a Thor up there. I think we're going to see GG in a second here.
Yeah.
I think the Mutalisks are just now going to come back. There they are now. And then they're going to die. GG.
Okay.
All right. Well, MarineKing is full of surprises, guys. He did manage to beat Soulkey with a 2-1 victory. And you can see the smile on his face. So happy. He had a rough start, but a strong finish.
I feel like Soulkey there, kind of funny, like that Ling Muta thing he was trying to do. I feel like he was just trying to run. You know, there's always like a depot down so you can rally your Marines out and your Marauders out of your main. So I think he was just trying to run in and get a bunch of SCVs. But like, MarineKing caught him, punished him, immediately attacked. He already had a better build order that was a little bit more greedy, which gave him a lot of power having better upgrades during that attack. And like, Soulkey was already a little bit out of position, lost some extra units. Like, everything went right for MarineKing that game, every single thing, and just crushed Soulkey because of it.
It's interesting.
None of those games really counted.
So funny. Cool. Well, MarineKing, he's not out of this group yet. He's going to have to win in the winners match. We're going to be going on to our next best of 3 just after this short break, so stay tuned. We'll be back here at the GSL.